Hey everyone, it's Donnie with Dota Alchemy. Thanks for tuning in again today. You should definitely stay to the end of the video because we will have some details on a giveaway that we're doing for the next week. So stay to the end of the video. There will be some details about how to enter the giveaway, how to win some awesome Arcanas, and I hope you enjoy the video.
Hello friends, Jenkins Dota here, bringing you another Dota 2 video on behalf of DotaAlchemy.com, and this is going to be part of the ganking video series. And in this video, I'm going to be covering the concept of ganking to an objective. So first and foremost, what I want to do is define what I'm referring to as an objective. For simplicity's sake, in this video, we're going to say an objective is the pub definition of an objective. When somebody says objective-based gaming in a pub, they usually mean, guys, let's focus towers, let's get Roshan, let's not just get kills, let's focus the objectives. So objectives in this case are going to be towers, Roshan, barracks, throne. That's an objective. And in this game, in this clip that we have here, we have Optic versus VGJ Thunder. Optic is actually losing this, or at least they are in terms of kills and net worth disadvantage. So if I go ahead and play this, you can see that Pycat is up here on this top lane with Zai defending him with Elder Titan. So this is a pretty typical lane setup. You have a bunch of people taking some safe farm over here on the side of Optic, and then you have the very, very tanky, strong hero taking the quote-unquote unsafe farm and playing very hyper-aggressively, almost baiting. And as a result of this, we have Optic. They're like, okay, let's take advantage of this. Our Morphling is strong. He's pushed up to this tower. Why would you actually smoke to an objective? Why are they doing this? We can see PPD here and 3-3 are smoking behind this Morphling, which, by the way, you don't necessarily have to have it like this, where there's a hero pushing a lane and then you smoke to them to get that objective. It's just that the reason the Optic is doing it in this game is because Morphling looks like he's on his own up here, which is a very typical thing that a Morphling would do. They just know, okay, Morphling gets an Aegis, he's very tanky. He maybe is pushing on his own just to be super aggressive, which frees up space for his team on the map. It's just a very common thing that people would do. And that makes him act as like a better bait. So that it's a pretty good reason to go for the smoke, but also you can just smoke an entire team to a tower, and even if you're not showing anybody in that lane, it's totally okay. The team that I'm playing in open qualifiers with for TI right now, actually, we've been referring to this as blitzing a tower, and the reason that you would blitz a tower is because, so these two are out of vision right now, and they were out of vision the whole time. They're taking safe farm. There's no vision over there for the enemy team, so the enemy team doesn't know where they are on the map, and even if there was wards here, they wouldn't be seen going through these wards. So that's a big reason for smoking to objectives like this, is that you have the heroes PPD on Disruptor, and then 3-3 on Axe. These are two great, crazy good team fight heroes that if they can get good positioning on the enemy team, they're going to hit huge abilities, and it's going to result in a much easier team fight. And the way to do that is if the enemy team doesn't know where the heck they are, and because they're smoked, the enemy team doesn't know where they are. Also, if you're smoked, PPD could pop his head out here and place a ward, and this ward is going to give them vision, so they'll see if the Doom is there with the blink. They could potentially glimpse him, or they can just cast spells on him, and there's just a lot of information that they can get from having that smoke of deceit. And then also, the reason we call it blitzing is because you just kind of all show up at once around a tower, and it's so much harder for the enemy team to fight you because it's like, boom, you're there, you know what I mean? And the thing is, the enemy team, if they TP into this and they're not already here set up to defend this, so we can see that Pycat just beats the living crap out of the tower. If they did want to defend this, and you can see that they kind of do, Miranda TP's in, Doom TP's in, but look how long this Doom's TP is. Look at this, Miranda just got here, Doom has 1.3 seconds left on his TP still. The tower's already dead by the time they even go to defend this. So VGJ is just like, oh, we screwed this up. We can't defend this. Doom just got his TP off, so screw it. Let's just go. So they actually lose the tower already because the blitz was too fast, and VGJ being obviously a very strong team, they're well aware that's very likely that Optic was behind here. So look at how 3-3 plays, and I really like this play from him when you're ganking to an objective like this. Jakiro gets caught out of position, and 3-3 does not blink call the Jakiro. You might think, why is he not blink calling the Jakiro? But look what he does. So he sees the Naga run up the hill, and he thought, okay, what's going to happen here is they're going to set up on this high ground. So he goes and he tries to call, tries to catch the backlines, which is a good play, by the way, but he just doesn't end up hitting anybody because they just weren't in that position. He gets netted and arrowed, and it's actually, I mean, it's looking okay. Pycat's making some sick plays, but it's pretty typical, Dota fighting that's happening. It's just, they fight, right? That's it. But the thing is here, when you gank to an objective, the greatest thing about it is that even if you lose the fight, and it's not super ultra bad, you are not going to lose any objectives yourself, because it's going to take the enemy team so long to get to your side of the map. They're going to have to kill so many creep waves that you're going to be alive again. And you can see here that PPD even dies. It's like, this isn't even going necessarily that great for them in terms of it's regular Dota fighting, but they get 2 objectives anyway. Just because they ganked to an objective, they were here so quickly that the enemy team could not set up on them and defend it, such that they get 2 objectives while trading kind of 1-for-1. I mean, it was pretty good, but only because of really sick plays. But really, the most important thing here is that if you gank to an objective, you're not risking losing any objectives yourself, and even if the kills and deaths go 1-for-1, you're still going to get objectives. So look at the gold lead, 3k down from 6k, and that is exactly why you gank to objectives. And the thing is, that's a 3k gold swing, but that's not all that they accomplished. Now this entire area of the map is not secure for VGJ Thunder, and there's this VGJ Storm. I get confused between them. Anyway, VGJ Thunder. So this area is less secure, which means Roshan is easier to take. Enemy jungle is way easier to take. So this has done a lot for Optic in terms of map control, and not just in terms of getting that gold swing from getting those objectives. So that's why you want to gank to objectives. You get so much more. In fact, I would say that if you're not ganking for one of the reasons that I've covered in this series, and in particular in this video is probably the most important one because objectives are so important right now, then probably don't gank at all, because that's just killing to get kills. And a good player who's captaining their team, or a good team that you're playing against that is actually ganking to objectives, all they need to do is kill you 5 or 6 times, and then the game is over. And it feels like, why was that so incredibly difficult? And you can see that the fight now is oriented around the bottom side of the map, and this is an intentional thing from Optic. They want to orient this around the bottom side of the map because that's where the objective is. So there's that focus when they're going for these fights, when they're going for these ganks. And it's actually not going great for them, but that's, you know, that's just Dota. That's team fights. But look at this. What does VGJ get out of this? They get kills. That's it. And like I was just saying, kills don't really matter unless you're getting something out of it that's huge. So there's actually some sick plays going on there. But anyway, most important thing is that you gank to objectives, because it'll make Dota so much easier for you in your pubs, because you're going to get so much more. It's like a 2 birds, 1 stone, like 5 birds with 1 stone kind of scenario.
Hey everyone, it's Donnie again. I'm just showing you what we are giving away for this giveaway. In honor of the TI regional qualifiers, you have a chance to win one of 3 different Arcanas. There will be 3 different winners, all chosen at the end of the qualifiers when we know who all of the TI teams are. And all you have to do is go to the link in the description below, click on it, and there are 4 different ways to enter, and you can enter in all 4 of them if you